Hello, this is going to be a reading for Taurus. Hello, bulls. Give me a B. B, you got your B, you got your B. Give me a U. You. Okay, I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean. Bulls, damn it. Hello, bulls. Hope that everything is going well. I missed you. I feel like I haven't read for you in ages. I feel like I haven't read for you in ages, Taurus. We have to figure something out because we can't be apart this long. I don't know. It's like, doesn't feel right. And I've been in like a really funky mood. So now I feel like how I'm supposed to feel. Like charming. And I don't know. I've been kind of bitchy. Even this morning, I feel like I just am getting into my like mood being reading for Taurus. So I've been meditating on your energy because Aries reading was like, they need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Excuse me. And I just didn't want that energy for us. I was like, oh hell no, Aries is tripping. No, Aries just needs to check their circle. Their circle isn't... So I'm going to use the Lenormand and the Kipper. I've been doing this reading. And I like it. So I wanted to do a reading outside. I set it up, but it's kind of hot. I might do another one because I want to Taurus because it's Earth and the red rocks. So I might do another reading for Taurus. Just a practice reading though. While I'm outside, it's so hot. But it's so pretty. I have one of the best views, I feel like, here. So I've been really wanting to go outside and I set it up and it's really pretty, but it's hot. So we'll see. Occupation and child. So it could be a child, but I feel like this is a child, like an idea. Something that's going to bring you some kind of monetary benefit. Yeah, something about a job or an idea, but it could be a child. It could be you trying to work and take care of your child. Maybe you're single, a single mother. And this is at the heart. And it's at the solar. Come on, bulls. Thief. Okay. So I do feel like somebody's trying to steal your work or an idea. Could be somebody in your family. Message of concern. So maybe you're just figuring this out, that somebody in your family is stealing from you. Could be your child. You could be this, you know, your mother, or it could be your mother stealing from you. Or again, this could be an idea and you need to protect it because people are trying to steal off your ideas. This is giving me that scripture about the bride of Christ where she was about to have a baby and the dragon came and was like trying to devour her child. But then the earth swallows the dragon up and its warriors or whatever that come for the bride. That's what it's giving me. What is, let's set the sacral for my bulls. The maze. Yeah, this is a group of people trying to, you know, get to the middle of something. They're trying to, it's like a race, you know, like people trying to hurry up and be the first person to do this and do that. And they're just scouting out talent, but like headhunters, not even like trying to invest in talent. This is like stealing ideas, you know, surfing the web, looking for, you know, something to exploit. The sun. So there's going to be some clarity about this. And then we have the ship. So this is like a trip. Somebody's going on a journey. Could be a car, could be a plane. I've been getting a lot of, like lately, actually like the last couple of days, about planes. I don't know. And then we have this castle here. This is like business, industry. Also kind of like the maze, but more put together. Not really people trying to, you know, they're going to the maze because they're trying to get to the castle. You know, it's like two different levels. And then you have the compass. So this is about knowing your direction. And I like that then you have the child underneath here too. But I was saying I like that the sun is in the middle of the compass and you have the sun right here. I feel like you know where you're going with the ship here. Something is definitely about a child or ideas, occupation. You're going to get a message of concern. I think that this is going to make you move forward or go towards something. I feel like there's somebody in your family stealing from you. They might have created a whole business off your back. You're the bull. It's like they're behind you, like whooping you while you're pulling the plow and they're just sitting in there, you know, making you do all the work kind of things. Like, that's what I'm picturing. Like slavery, servitude, and you're the one and you're the creator. It's like enslaving God. The Knight of Swords. This is a protector. He's in the upright. This is a protector. This is somebody that aggressively protects the truth. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Somebody's not walking away from something. Somebody isn't walking. It's a child in here too. Somebody's not walking away from something they built. A baby, an idea, something like that. You are not walking away from it. What's the Thief? King of Cups. It's in the upright. I feel like there's a King of Cups that has been stolen from. Maybe put out, you know, like, this is giving me the floods. I feel like this King of Cups has been flooded with thieves. I don't know, somebody flooded somebody with a bunch of thieves. Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's this family room with the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles working together to break someone's heart. This King of Cups is very compassionate, big heart. Yeah, I think this family room is trying to come up with some kind of plan to steal from a King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe this is you. Maybe you have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio high in your chart. Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. I know this goes over here. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and the sacral. So again, your ideas, something that's going to bring you monetary value. Eight of Wands with the Sun. Something is happening fast. I feel like something's going to happen. I don't think that these people are going to... Five of Swords. Look at that. This is covert warfare every time I see this card now because of the owls and Athena. But this is somebody covertly trying to sabotage your forward movement. Something about the air. It could just be speaking, a lot of word magic. Somebody's a word witch. All they do is run their mouth, their funky mouth. Yeah, that's why he's in all this dark water, because somebody's a liar and their breath stinks. All I think of when I think of this person, because they just look like they stink. Four of Cups and the Star in the reverse. Somebody's out in the cold. I feel like somebody's been put out in the cold. The Star in reverse, this is Aquarius energy. This is the only Major Arcana. Somebody doesn't have any faith. They can't heal something. I feel like they're out of the cold of this group. I feel like maybe somebody doesn't have faith because they're not in the group, or maybe the Star isn't part of the group. I mean, that's kind of the same thing I was getting for the collective reading. Was that the Star is... I feel like somebody's going to get sick because the healer is not in this anymore. Temperance in reverse. Over this thief. Over this King of Cups. This King of Cups could be a thief. You know, it's like... This came out in another reading too. The King of Cups is trying to look like he's all sweet and innocent, but he's really a thief. Could be a Sagittarius involved in this. With the Temperance in the reverse. This family group is working together to hurt someone, to break somebody's heart. Like spiritually trying to give you a heart attack or affect your heart in a physical way, though. That's what's happening here. This is attempted murder. You know, people don't really understand that, but you're throwing death magic, or you're trying to affect somebody's life to the point where it's their livelihood, to where they might pass away. That's attempted murder. You have the Star in reverse again here. Aquarius energy. I feel like somebody might not make it. Or somebody tried to put a star out of something with the Strength card. Leo, Virgo energy. Somebody is strong. That's why they're a star. They heal. The Strength card defeats the devil. Defeats... past energy. A Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is someone manipulative. So I do feel like that this is a King of Cups. I'm talking to a masculine who is dealing with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Maybe this is somebody you're married to, or maybe it's just somebody you're dating. Maybe it's somebody you have a family with. There's some kind of heartbreak here, though, associated with this. Now you have a King of Pentacles in the upright. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somebody that's very solid. They're reliable. You can depend on them. Not that you should, though. Just because you can depend on somebody doesn't mean you should depend on them, you know? Like, this is about independence. And somebody has a star in reverse. Somebody isn't sovereign. Somebody doesn't have control of their health. Somebody's going to have to walk away with the Eight of Cups. Somebody from the past. Yeah, this is definitely some kind of family or past situation, because somebody is just not strong and someone else is. This could be a friend of yours, a King of Cups, a King of Pentacles coming in to like let you know, you need to walk away from this or something like that. Oh, this was coming out in the other reading too about, this is like a father who is with a trifling baby mama. I got that in another reading. I think it was a collective reading from yesterday. But it's like some father doesn't want to walk away because of his child, but I think you need to walk away. This Queen of Pentacles this Queen of Cups in reverse is playing like she's a victim, playing like she's sweet, and she's not. And there's somebody that you know, a friend from the past, I feel like, that's going to come in and tell you something that's going to help you take your emotions out of something. The King of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Something about work. I have this fan on, you can probably hear it. I have the windows open and stuff. I don't want to turn the air on. It's not too like hot, but just in this room is kind of small, so it's a little hot. So I'll try to speak up because I know that this is. So yeah, this is about work. Two of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to have you look with your money and temperance, trying to throw you off. Real bad too. It's this Queen of Cups in the reverse. She could be a witch over here with this Five of Swords and this baby. Somebody is super trifling, doing a bunch of black magic, and they're not a good mother. They're doing black magic and shit, trying to take people's energy, and it's Eight of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, this is they're trying to keep somebody from working or mastering something. Trying to have somebody juggle by messing with your stability as far as your work goes. Yeah, because you're a King of Cups, so if you're stable, then you're probably more emotionally able to handle things. This freaking Queen of Cups is trying to destroy their own family. Person might be mentally ill. They might need to be in a damn facility because it's like they're self-destructing themselves, That's how it is sometimes too. People will do that to themselves. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Look at this. The 9, the 8, the 7. Something isn't working. Look, King of Cups again in the upright. Underneath this family. Something you've been trying to work with this family situation. I feel like you've been doing everything you can. This is horrible because, you know, when there is a good man that's trying to do something right, there's always some funky witch. But that's because they know how to charm you and stuff like that. And then they be having their pimps all in your ear. That could be who this King of Cups is. I mean, King of Pentacles is. I don't think so, though. I think that's a friend of yours. Maybe this is somebody that is financially savvy and they're starting to see that you're falling. Yeah, with the Student of Swords in the upright, which is the Page of Swords. Somebody, yeah, in the Seven of Cups, somebody isn't confused. They've gotten some truth, probably from this Knight of Swords here. This Page of Swords, Knight of Swords energy, somebody that's coming in to give you a message or to fight for some kind of truth for you. I feel like it's this King of Pentacles. So this, you could be a Taurus that has a friend that this is happening to, or this could be you too. But maybe you're like trying to figure out if you should say something. I think you should. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, something, there's no love here. And this is not from God. Like, all, this is not, this might not even be your baby. I'm telling you, if it's not from God. Oh, did I say the Ace of Cups in the reverse? It's in the upright. Okay, maybe it is from God. Or maybe you're going to get something new now that you have the truth and you're not confused anymore. I think you're going to get some kind of new opportunity to build a family or something like that. Let's see, what's Ace of Cups? These readings, I didn't realize that I think this has been coming out in a couple of readings though, Taurus, so this might be you. The Page of Wands in the reverse, yeah. This is putting out this fake passion, this liar. Somebody is not innocent. They don't have, this child might not even be yours too. That's what I'm getting. This could be the information that you're getting from this King of Pentacles. Something is stopping your money. You know, when Spirit starts messing with your money too and allowing things to happen, it's because they're trying to get you away from someone that is getting something off of you. So they'll stop your money so that they don't end up getting a lot of it, you know? And then once you get somebody out your life, then your money starts rolling back in because you were giving it to the wrong person. You got to be careful. You don't want your life to be affected in a negative way by spirit because of the person that you're with. That's not the idea. Especially when we're settling down and stuff like that. We want to settle down with somebody that Spirit likes, at least, and wants to bless with you, you know. 10 of Swords and the Judgment in the reverse. Look, with this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a group at this maze. Somebody trying to get the one up on you or take your work or take something that you've been working for a long time. I feel like they are you, and I feel like they're bringing in your family and everything to do this. This wasn't the right choice. These people made a bad decision because you are a King of Cups in the upright. And I really do feel like men that are sensitive and good men that are compassionate, because we don't have that a lot. You know, really compassionate, that have the mental fortitude to think and understand that they need to be compassionate about certain things and not compassionate about others. These kind of men are very valuable. This is giving me like the hero I've been talking about with the Aries season, and how I've been saying that Aries is a chosen champion. And now you see Aries and Saturn. yeah, Aries and Saturn are in cahoots, and you see all these men coming up as champions, as heroes, because they've, you know, they're risking their lives to save women that they love, you know, their daughters and stuff like that. This is really, I've been telling you, Aries. But if you're not doing the right thing for the divine feminine, then you're not under that protection. But if you want some real protection, and if you want to be a hero, you want to save the day, and you get spiritual upgrade, like a MFer for that. Look it, I didn't say the word, I said MFer, Taurus. Your girl is like really growing. I feel the growth. I'm 5 of Wands. In the reverse, okay. So yeah, somebody can't fight you fair. So they have to do something behind your back, something real sneaky, and they went and got a bunch of people to do it. A bunch of greedy people that are trying to move up. Could be your friend, your family. But you know, people are just jealous, been watching you work your ass off and do what you had to do all this time. And I'm pretty sure that you would have loved for them to join in, but they just were wanting you to fail. And since you didn't, now they want to steal it. You or your friend, Taurus. Because I don't know, I think you might be this King of Pentacles right here that's about to let somebody know, like, look. You know, somebody is, this King of Cups is drowning in his own energy. That was like, you about to say, look, come on over here on land, solid ground, let's get it together. It's good to have boys like that. That's why men, I love the man code. I hate what they've done to the men, what women have done to men. Made men bitchy like us. 7 of Wands in the reverse and the 3 of Wands. So somebody can't defend themselves against some kind of plan. Some kind of plan is falling. The sun is shining on this, and someone can't defend themselves with the 7 of Wands. Not only can they not defend themselves, they're guilty and wrong. They didn't stand on higher ground. They're slimy, like this water that this King of Cups, that's a good king, is sitting in, because he got these thieves. They're the slimy ones, stealing this person's work, making them juggle, and they're sweet. This is a good man. Ugh. Do you know how many women want good men? How many good women? I'm not just women, okay? How many good women want good men, good compassionate men that work hard? Jesus, right here. Not really. And not because I don't want a good compassionate man that works hard. I'm just an independent person, and I have a lot going on when it comes to spiritual warfare and spirituality, and I just need somebody that gets it. The Page of Cups. This is compassion. I feel like somebody's going to get some sweetness. I feel like there's no sweetness here, just this friend that's going to help you move on, but this is not going to be fun. Somebody is getting, actually, look, with the Ace of Cups here, I feel like somebody is going to be rewarded for doing the smart thing. I feel like maybe you're thinking with your heart too much right now, and it's Temperance in reverse. Is causing like an imbalance. Look, underneath it is the 2 of Swords, and underneath that is the World in reverse. Oop, and the 4 of Wands in the reverse with the Sun. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Somebody needs to make a head over heart decision with the 2 of Swords, because there's too much water. You know, this Temperance card, this tiger is swimming. Look at all that water, though. He's a great swimmer, but it's in reverse. He's not treading that water too well. You know, it's like too much water is giving me like the Navajo water, the dragons, the water monsters prophecy about the water waking up and going to destroy everybody. And again, I always tell people that black women represent, we're the alpha feminine energy of the water. So when they talk about the water monsters, it's just us. We're ornery, jealous, witchy. That brings out the water monster. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are forces. And us as a group, you know, the Bible says when there's one or more gathered together, there I am in the midst. That's why people get covens and things like that. So there could be more than one. So they could be in an agreement with something, because it's easier to call in spirits that way. I also feel like that's the only way they could get you down, because I feel like somebody is very loved by spirit. With the Ace of Cups, somebody is such a stand-up man. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I hope this is for me, and this is my future Scorpio husband, or whoever has Scorpio in his chart. I found out I'm supposed to be with Scorpio. Jupiter will tell you what your husband is supposed to be. In your chart, Jupiter represents the husband. So wherever Jupiter is in your chart, that's who your counterpart will probably be, that sign, or have it very strong in their chart. And with Jupiter representing my father, and my Jupiter being in Scorpio, my father was my mother. So, it's crazy, the karma that I have when things are associated with Scorpio, my mother. And I just talked about how these women have made men bitchy. You know, men aren't compassionate. They kind of skipped over that and turned into some punks. And they act like bitchy women. They don't really, they're not mad. I remember I went and got my driver's license, and there was a gay man that was there. He was just trying so hard to be bitchy. You know, like, I just wanted to see the picture. You know, all he had to do was like turn the screen. Usually you could see the picture, but he turned it so I couldn't see it. You know, like, petty. I think that a man and petty is just, oh my God, it is just, who wants a petty man? Like, a Princess of Swords at the bottom of the deck. A petty man that's the worst thing that anybody ever came up with. That's a bitchy man. That's a bitchy man that you know, picks at things, you know, because he's petty. Doesn't let anything go, picks at everything. Like, who wants a man who picks at stuff? Ugh. Look, I'm my own bitch. I can be a bitch if I want to be. I don't need a man to do it for me. And I can be petty and picky and all that myself. The Lovers in the reverse. Here with this Five of Swords underneath this Athena. And she's holding someone's hand too. He's not even in the picture. That's how much of a narcissist she is. Look at the hand she's holding. Where he at? He's not even there. You know, but the baby is there, and all the spirits. You know, as long as she got that hand, she don't care. Go on, do what you want to do. You know, sick. 666, witch. The Lovers in reverse, karmic. Gemini energy. Someone you feel a strong pull to, you gotta break that. That's a spell. That's a curse. Anything that you feel pulled or drawn. Look, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It's karmic. It's a curse. You gotta drop that hand. Let that go. Look, they holding hands and she holding his hand. And he ain't even in the damn picture. I can't believe that. Sagittarius, Gemini energy. These are polar opposites. This might be the axis that you need to work on. I think it has something to do with youth. I don't remember what it was. I have to look that up again. So much when it comes to astrology and with the chakras and houses and, you know, it's like the degrees. 3 of Coins in the reverse. Same thing you got under this family room. With this Page of Coins. Where was it? Here. No. Where was that at? Was that for... No, that was an Aries reading, I think. Yeah, it was an Aries reading. I feel like these people are going to end up... No, this is a Knight of Coins. So something is slowed down. That's what I just got finished saying. Spirit will slow your money down and stuff. Because they don't want you with this person. That's what that is. You made a wrong judgment. Look, your money is in reverse again. Spirit is doing this on purpose because you need to get away from this person. These people, whoever you're working with. Slowing your money down, and it's very karmic. Something was meant to happen though, and it's kind of like Spirit. Look, Ace of Swords. You're getting some truth here. A lot of truth, a lot of clarity with the Sun and all of these swords. The Magician. And I think that it's in the upright. I think that you're going to turn something around. Because you're out in the cold, now you see the truth. Right? You see that somebody has been draining you. This could be a whole group. This damn Queen of Cups that you're with could be associated with a whole group. It's here twice. Just capitalizing off of you. To the point where it's affecting your health, maybe. I do feel like there's a King of Coins that's going to come in here and tell you something. Or maybe this is you, Taurus, this King of Coins. Maybe you're watching a friend of yours just disintegrate in front of your eyes. And you're like, what, you got a vampire? You know, like, you just watching them turn pale and get skinny, like right in front of your face. Because somebody won't let something go, but they're going to have to. Because there's some truth coming in. I feel like this King of Cups is going to get the hell away from this broad. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Dropping them burdens. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead. Justice. Yes, Taurus. Okay, so if this is you, Libra energy, also Gemini and Virgo. So if this is you, you're going to get justice for this. This is something that had to happen. It's something from a past life. I just got finished talking about the twin flames and the witches. You got a witch in your past life. And you're up against this witch. And they're trying to take everything from you. They might know that you're going to defeat them already. You know what I'm saying? Witches can do, they're familiar spirits. They are otherworldly spirits. That's what an alien is a witch. It's a lion spirit. That's what an alien is. That's why spirit, the Bible tells you to test the spirits, that they're not lying to you and then they're not telling you to do things that you're not supposed to do. That's why we got the 10 commandments. Because if a spirit tells you to do anything outside of those commandments, it's not a good spirit. It's just not. And we pray to the great spirit so that the great spirit in you can be exalted. Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's coming out of some kind of depression. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's right here. I feel like somebody is sweet. This could also be a King of Pentacles. I feel like I'm talking to a masculine energy that's dealing with a witch. Somebody is very compassionate, very sweet, loved by spirit. I feel like you got into something with a witch and you just had to clear it out. And that's what this is. You just got to clear this out. And I hope that you haven't had a child with this person, but if you did, you're just going to have to deal with that and still do the right thing. And you're dealing with a witch. So now it's like you're having to do the right thing when you got this broad that is trying to ruin your life, take everything from you. You know what I'm saying? This is why we got to be careful when we deal with people. And I say that to myself every day. Like, why? If you would have just left that one alone, if you would have just walked past it, you wouldn't even own it like that either. If I would have just let it fly, but no. And you get yourself in shit like this that you gotta cycle out of because people don't want to let you go. And Taurus, you are the King of Pentacles, this King of Cups energy. It's like these kind of women see you coming. Not only do they see you come, look, they working with a whole crew. This is like, to me, I think that this has been a whole thing lately. Like, especially with the pimps coming back up. They've been watching niggas and watching females for a minute, mad and jealous, and been trying to get the jump on them. This is a whole big scam, like, worldwide, to take from good men. You know what I'm saying? Because these men aren't good. They want to take from men that are positive and loved by God and blessed, just like they want to take from the women. So we got to really be careful out here. If you're not a predator, you got to be careful. I mean, I'm talking about on any level. You don't steal, you don't do stuff like that. You worry about yourself, you keep your head down, you go to work, you trying to come home to your family and just do you, motherfuckers. I mean, excuse me. I messed up. I messed up my whole MF-er. Oh, man. People are just trying to come in and take that joy from you. Take that peace. That's what they want the most, is the peace. That's what V-Series was about, the bliss. They want to be in this blissful energy and this peaceful energy because these people can't sleep. They can't sleep. They can't look at themselves in the mirror. Pretty soon they're not going to be able to talk because they're liars. And the hypocrisy is going to be too much for them to handle. That's what I have for you, bulls. I'm sorry it couldn't be more positive, but this is the ending to something that I feel like this has to do with Uranus going into Gemini too. All this clarity, and communication and stuff like that you're going to be getting. Pay attention. Because there's something here, and I feel like it really makes you unhappy, but you're just trying to do the right thing by being there, and Spirit is like, this is not the right thing. Being with a witch is never the right thing. It's never the right thing. Because a witch is not trying to do nothing but be a witch. That's what she's doing. That's what I have for you. And I will see you next time, bulls. Keep your head up. Coming out of this Uranus energy is going to be good for you, though. Uranus is going into Gemini again, and it's the planet of big shakeups and shit like that. This feels like, you know, every time a planet goes into another planet, it gets stronger. And this feels like a culmination of Uranus, like the last tower, you know what I'm saying, before it moves out, and then you can be stable again. You know, Uranus brings those shakeups that we don't like those, because we like to be in our lane, just doing what we do. So that's what I have for you, Bulls. I think that it's positive. I think that there was something very karmic with the Wheel of Fortune, very karmic, and it just had to play out. And with the Justice, this is very karmic. I feel like you're going to move on to the higher realms with all the other ones that I've seen, because some masculine here is very protected and loved by God. And it's because we need more men like you. So, kudos. I'll see you next time, Bulls. Peace.